So the largest number is 60, right? So, okay. First, let us start with we say largest equal 0. So we initialize a variable that's called largest, and we put 0 inside. Okay. So we need to think that how we can find the largest number inside the array.
Okay.
So it is something that we first we don't need that line, or never mind, we leave it first until you have solid understanding of what's happening. So we need to change that if condition. Okay. So that condition would say, so at the start, we will check the value at index 0, because index here will start from 0 until 5, right? And then, so we will start with 10. When we are 10, we want to check something in the if condition. What is it? So I want to check if the index is bigger than something.
Okay.
Okay. If this, based on that, I would say I would start to assign something to the largest variable. So Joy, what do you think? What do you think we should put here? Array index is bigger than what?
Bigger than 59.
The largest is have how much? What is the value inside the largest now? Largest variable? Here?
60.
No, here. The largest is just a variable.
0.
Okay, but you have to understand that when we are doing programming, we cannot fix a code inside. So when we are, so it means that if you write here 60 or 59, if you write here 50 or 69, like what we are saying, it means that if we change the content of the array, our code will not work. Our code will have to be adjusted, and that's not what we want. We want our code to work with any array of any size.
Okay.
Okay, so to do that, we have to do things in a programmatic way, that it can be general and it can accept any size of array or any content of array. So if I change the content here, instead of 60 to become 600, I want the code to work properly. So what I would think of, that I want the for loop, it will come to the first index here, and I wanted to check, is that content of the element here at this position is bigger than the largest or lower than the largest? So if 10 bigger than 0, then I want what to do? I want, if 10 bigger than 0, this means that largest should contain 10 instead of 0. What do you think? Does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it means, okay, we start little by little. Okay, so I want the if condition to always check here is bigger than largest. Okay, and I also want to print largest. No, I want to print largest here, so I can improve my understanding. So let's try to run this code and see how it works. This code is so crowded. Let me get that. Okay. So Joy, can you see here the code?
Yeah.
So we start printing when largest is equal 0. Okay, and then and when it is equal 0, the first index will be 0, right? So
Yeah.
no, wait. Do I need to print it for you? I can print it for you if you want. Wait, I can copy that. So do you see that?
Yeah.
So when index equals 0, largest also equals 0. But at the position 0, we find that 10 is bigger than 0. So we will assign, so that condition will run. It means that we will put inside largest whatever inside here. Okay? But when we run for the second time, when the index become 1, and then we come here. At 1, the content, the element of the array is equal to. So if we come here, we say 2 is bigger than largest. Now largest now become having 10, right? Inside is having 10 here, right? So this condition is satisfied or no? 2 is bigger than 10 or no? No, this is mess. Yes, it's no, it's correct. It's mess. There is, so 2 is not bigger than 10, it's less than 10. So it means that this condition will evaluate to false. If it will evaluate to false, this means that it will never come here. It will not run this command. Okay? So we go to the next. Next means that index will become 2, and then we get whatever inside the index 2. Index equal 2, the value inside the array is equal 35. 35 bigger than 10. So if we remove that here, 35 is bigger than 10 or no?
Yeah.
So if 35 is bigger than 10, it means that this line will run. This line here will run again. So we will put inside largest 35. So after here, you find here the value becomes 35.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we will keep running until the end. But the end, we will not be able to see what is printed after the end. So that's why you see the largest here 35. So what to be able to see the end, we need to add one print statement. I will show you where. So after we come here, I want to print final value of largest. And I'll put largest. Sorry, I want to clear that. Can you now see what we have here?
Yeah.
So does this make any sense to you? So the final will be, it will get the correct largest value inside the array. Does this make sense to you, Joy?
Yeah.
Okay. Joy, what if we put here 2000? Do you think it will run correctly?
The largest value will change.
Okay, it will become?
So the largest for the first one is 0, 10, then from the third onwards it will be 2000.
Perfect. So that's clear to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. So we stop when we go back to the function here. So Joey, so that is a question actually that the guy tried to ask us to solve. So he tell us this is an array, and he want us to find the largest integer. But Joey, notice what we have done just now. We didn't define a function to find the largest. We just tried to implement the thing outside the function. Okay. And then later we are able to do that. So this means that we are able to make a function that takes an array and returns the largest, same like he's doing here. If you see here, he's returning the largest number. And exactly, he's having the same condition that we have been using. He just have different name for the variable, and which is fine. We can name any variable name. It doesn't matter. But we have the same if condition, and he also have the same way of assigning the content of the array to the largest, same like we have done.
Okay.
Is that clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay. We did not change something that actually I waited for to do it, but I wanted to explain the difficult thing here. So something that because we can, if we define a function, we can pass the array size can be different every time we pass. It can be passing a different size of array, or a small array and one time a big array. So we don't want to change the function every time we pass it a different size of array. So we always use a range that depend on the size of the array, that automatically calculate the size of the array. So how we do that? We use the len, and we pass it array. So len of array, if the array have 6 elements, the result here will be 6. Okay. If the array size is 500, then here will become 500. So, but if I always fix it to 5 or 6 or whatever value in the range is a fixed number, then it means that if I pass an array of 12, it will not work. I always have to change here, but it doesn't make sense that I always change. We must design something that automatically works with all the arrays. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
So always when we are dealing with arrays, we have to use inside the for loop len. So the range will be always len, and then we pass the array. So it will always get us the size of the array. If the array is 6, it will become here 6. If it is 500, it will automatically become 500, and it will work without any change. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Good. So, sorry, we need to clear check. Okay. So this practice, I don't think we have enough time to do it, but so see, so Joy, we have missing minutes that we do when we are changing. We're changing the sessions between coming in and out of the Zoom, right? So I will try to calculate that 3 or 4 minutes every time, and then I can add that maybe in either in some different session, or we just one time we stay a bit longer, because even if I stay here more than 5 minutes now, we will not be able to solve this. But I will explain what we need to do, and then we will stop here. But definitely you will have your 100% exactly 2 hours, even more. Okay, so don't worry about that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, and as again, I'm taking all these files and I'm compiling them, and then I will raise them up on YouTube or whatever medium that I would use, and then you can have access to them. I will give you the links for that. Okay. Okay. So here, what he wants us to do, he wants us to create a function that can search an array for a specific value. So he say pass an array as a parameter and a string value which you are supposed to find. Okay. So let us look what this guy is trying to do. So he here is just trying to find something similar that what we have done before, but what he's trying to do, so you see this if condition, we have done something similar, except that here he is having an array of strings, but what we have done before, we was using an array of integers. Okay, so I would say let us have a look at it, and we try to implement that function on our own way, on our own thinking, one by one, until we understand the logic behind it. We are able to change it. Okay, but it should be exactly similar to what we have done before, and there is nothing complicated in that. Okay, Joy.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say I will stop now. Do you have any question to me?
Yeah, sir. About the earlier one, where the largest value where it went up to 2000.
Yes.
The one from the code.
Yep. Wait. Yep. Here. Yeah.
I just want to clear out that this started as 0 because the largest value was started as 0, right?
Again. Sorry, again.
Because from what I assume, I thought this largest value would start as 10 from the array.
No, we start at 0.
Because of the largest value defined as 0, right?
Yes, but yes, exactly what you're doing is correct. Yes, but you have to understand that if we define it based on the current array, what if we have different array, Joy? So what if your array is not 10? What if it starts with 100? So every time you need to change this to become according to the first one in the array? I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
I understand it.
we start with 0 because we want to generalize our function that it can work with any array of any size.
Okay.
So, and even here the range, I want to change the range to become len with array like that. We know if you can see here, we already printed the size of the array, right? So you see the size of the array is 6. So
yeah.
what if we make it here 700? So will it run? I want to see if it runs. So actually it will run. The size of array now 7 is not 6 anymore, but my function works perfectly, or the code worked perfectly, and it managed to find everything correctly. Why? Because everything is dynamic. I don't depend that I key in values. I depend on that design the code in a way that it works with different size with any values inside the array.
Okay.
Okay, so that is how we should always think. Okay, Joy?
Yeah.
Okay. Joy, let me understand first. The way we are explaining now suits you well, or you would like to have adjustment in that?
What do you mean by that, sir? Do you mean
No,
the soft?
so I mean, are you able to benefit from what I'm trying to help you with? Are you able to benefit from my explanation?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so we continue the same way we are operating now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, thanks a lot. Take care.
Okay, right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.